a sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you've got to take off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up over 20 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know going to these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Fisher. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The numbers in last week, Ingram, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to get those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And now running right through it. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. That's complete to Gallman. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fisher. It's caught by Garcon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The end result, 21-yard. Catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the zone.
Throwing on first down. Fisher. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Pierre Garçon. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy...
On 1st and 10, Fisher. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Obviously, what a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now this one to his end out on the right side. And all the way inside before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he's run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Ready, set. We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Too low.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giant. Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm top 2 options, were not available on that throw. Safe route worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. Going through the progressions like that, but a lot of offenses say, touchdown.
Here we go. 3.
on first down. Fisher. This to Ingram is tight end. And he'll be about shy of the 20 at the 19-yard. That throw good for 4. It's second down. A healthier, and that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Brushing off defenders. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB, actually down, believe it or not. So how would you assess that?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that effectively as they've wanted to. But I think more of this game because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space. Runners, I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, or offensive line in pregame, get used to the ground shaking so you can fall when it happens in a game.
They still football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Off the bootleg. Fisher. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Looking to throw. Fisher. It's complete to Golden Tate. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise routing reports and watch Tate because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so get down in the open field, they just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Back to throw. Fisher finds his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2 big plays in succession. Knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Fisher. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man.
Okay, ready? Check 53. What's the run? They're running it. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Fisher. Looking for Shepard deep. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun, Fisher. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Defensive celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety, too fast to handle.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fisher. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up fender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Right there. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Fisher. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Good job.
Shepard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Cheetah. Sad hut. Sit out flaw. 53. Mike 53. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up and go.
Throwing on 1st down. Fisher. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, and it's 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fish. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Kill.
They'll run with Barkley. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to. They're definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I can't believe they even let you play.
To throw on 3rd down. Fisher. And able to find Garcon. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Here we go.
So from the 36, 1st and 10. From the gun, Fisher. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
To throw again, Fisher. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Off play action. Fisher going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Here we go. Set. Let's go. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. What happened?
On 1st and 10, Fisher. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, you know me, tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see consequences when you're overly aggressive, secure tackles, guys break through.
Out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stay first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not only home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now that's just the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one after giving up the 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. This is Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pick, sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in to run a play really fast. Let the come.
It's 1st and goal at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Kill. Squeeze, get in there.
They'll try and run forward. And he maneuvers his way down to the line. Last play, this time they double it and pick up 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Don't overthink this one, right? Make sure football, but your audience in playing the game is...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
The touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right stretch, especially on defense.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very no turnovers by
absolute rarity when we watch games now because put such an emphasis on taking the ball. Well, what we saw here was offenses. Look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you.
So for this, they keep pace for a playoff spot, move to 7-3, and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support at 3-6, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside